So this plant has lost a couple of leaves recently. I thought, want not, waste not, throw them into the Macolgi tank. Be rude not to, I guess. No point of wasting them. I have no reason to believe they'll cause any issues. We moved some products around. We've got our plant care beside BMW, and now that's left us with basically 2 and a bit empty shelves. So we put the filter media over here. We're still condensing. We're getting there. I'm going to condense some more of the food line in, add a couple more shelves. Hopefully we can get down to 2 stands altogether. And when we do, we'll be able to put this bad salve in its position. So this is a 7-foot African cichlid tank. We'll set it up as a Lake Tanganyika display tank in the shop. We're just going to move some things around before we get there. I was doing my rounds and I saw this random bit of moss into the botanical tank. I've got no idea how it got there. I have never put any moss in there. But hey, here it is, sitting in that tank. Speaking of sitting in something, one of the German rams has decided to take a wee home in this pot, so hopefully that is positive signs. There might be a wee spawn coming up, or maybe it's just looking for some refuge. Another positive sign is how pretty this Bolivian ram is looking. Normally when he gets his colours on like that, it means it's spawn time coming up. And speaking of spawn time, I found these tetras, well I've had these tetras for a while now. I thought, maybe we'll give them a wee go. They're looking quite nice. We don't sell a heck of a lot of these rosy tetras, but they're a nice looking fish. Wouldn't mind trying to tick that off as well. And on with the spawning theme. The weather is cooling down here overnight. The air temperature during the day is not quite as warm, so it might be time to start trying to trigger some cories again. These are the 4 that I would really like to sort of knock off, tick off. Particularly these green cories, which aren't really cories. I've had them for a while now. I've liked these cories for a while, and I wouldn't mind getting them. I've thought a couple of times they're about to spawn, but they haven't spawned for me. And these black sails, also in that same sort of thing. I think they're kind of big enough. I just got to prep them up, get a couple of females in there, get a couple of females into spawning mode. Tried the Dr. Baselier Chirella, I'm not sure how you pronounce it, into the BMW tank today. First time feeding it, first time opening the packet of food itself. We picked this one because we've got the autosynclus in there. First thing I've not liked about this food so far is it floats, and then the filter just decides to take the food all the way across to the filter, and it doesn't sync overly well. Which you can see here, there's no real food hitting the water, that's all CO2 bubbles through there. So that'll be fine for any fish that is wanting to take food from the surface, but it's very, very slow for it to actually get into the water column for the glow light danios and the autosynclus, which is somewhat of a bit of a concern. That Hormani is looking absolutely beautiful. However, if I just give the water a wee sprinkle around with my finger, it sinks it very similar to like this tank here. When it hits the flow, it goes in and it scatters around. So just a wee note for me that feeding that into the BMW tank, might have to just get my fingers wet at the time. Went to close up today and there's something missing from the grass berm yet again. I forgot to put my sign out. There it is, sitting inside the factory, the hatchery, whatever we're calling it, yet again. Good on you, Cam. And just as I was walking out the door, this thing started making a heck of a racket. Standard 4:30, shut the door, let's make some noise. It's still flowing fine, so I'll get onto that one tomorrow. Have a good one, happy fish keeping, and catch you later.